Let us now take a look at what is happening in the Bloemfontein CBD. And this is where the Free State MMC for Public Safety in Mangaung is leading a team that is conducting health and safety checks at various Spaza shops. Now, colleague Kamogelo Seekoei is joining us for more now. So, Kamogelo, talk us through what's happening where you are right now.
So currently we are in the Bloemfontein CBD where the Mangaung municipality is having this environmental health operation. We've already been to several stores now where they have just been inspecting compliance in terms of these particular stores that they've visited. This obviously comes after the extension for the registration of the Spaza Shops in the country that was announced last week. In the first store that we went to, which is now set to be closed, we found several illicit products, including cigarettes, including tablets. I think this is commonplace in most of the operations that the Mangaung Metro has done in recent months, where they find that there's medication that is not supposed to be in these stores. There's cigarettes, there's expired material products rather. Interestingly, today we learned that when you are in a store such as this one and you see eggs on the floor, you're not supposed to buy them. Also, in terms of products for babies such as Pampers, you're not supposed to actually buy them if they're sitting on the top shelf because they accumulate dust and they might be harmful to babies. But I do have with me the MMC for Public Safety, Bongi Tsoleli, just to talk us through some of these products that you have found in some of these shops. Let's start there before we talk about the extension and obviously some of these stores just registering now that the president said they should register. Today, what is the situation?
Thank you very much, Kamu, and good afternoon to the listeners. Kamu, what we have found here in the shops is things that are prohibited, that they are not supposed to be on the street. Your cigarettes, we have found that there's a lot of cigarettes that are not supposed to be on shelves. We have also found there's medicines that is not supposed to be sold by outlets, because for medicine, for you to sell a medicine, you need to be having a certificate or prescribed pharmacy for you to sell it. We have also found out that they are also selling things that are beyond the expiry date. Your meat, your eggs, you can't sell them beyond the expiry date because they are very dangerous to our people. You'll understand that we have just come from a situation whereby we lost a lot of lives, basically because of foodborne poisoning. So as the city, we have been having these operations since the beginning of this year. We have been conducting sporadically these operations, but now we then get into a campaign for the festive season, because we know during this period more and more things will be sold on the shelves that are not supposed to be sold on the shelves. And the other thing, we are not only concentrating on the shops, we are also concentrating in making sure that there's compliance in the city in terms of traffic, in terms of waste management, because when we get to this shop, we also look at how do they deal with the issues of waste, which is also very important, because if you have that waste not monitored, that's when you also get some diseases. You get the rats moving around the city. So this operation for us is very important. And we are not only us only. We have your health department with us. You have your South African Police Services. You have your Home Affairs. You have all the sister departments that we are working with. We are going to remove everything that is not supposed to be on the shelves. Thank you.
MMC, talk to us about issues of compliance, right? In the first shop where you started this morning, the store is compliant, but in terms of registering the business, they just registered the business this month, and obviously that came as a result of the 21 days that were given for Spaza Shops to register. How are you as the Metro going to ensure that all these stores are compliant with all the requirements in terms of the health, in terms of registering the business, in terms of SARS as well?
Kamo, as the city, in terms of the registering of the stores, we are one of the cities that are leading. Actually, the province, we are one of the provinces that is leading in terms of registering in the country. So we have registered them. We've got the data for them, but it's not yet complete. What we did with them, we gave them forms. We registered. At least we know who is here in this store. What is the person selling? Now, the next step is to make sure that we enforce our bylaws. Compliance is very critical. So that's what we will be doing as the Metro from now moving forward, to make sure that they comply with the legislations of this country, they comply with the bylaws of the city. That will be an ongoing process that as a city will be engaging in from now on.
I hear you saying that as a city you've been doing these sporadic operations around the city. We've covered some of those. But in terms of a plan going forward, just to ensure that monitoring keeps happening, do you as a city have a plan?
Definitely, we have a plan, and that plan that we are having, it's sitting directly with the launch that we'll be having very soon. I know I don't have to make an announcement, but we are moving towards making sure that we have a fully fledged metropolis in the city. And once we have that, which is the whole metro police, then they will be able to have those teams. One will be dedicated for the compliance of the shop, the compliance for the legislation. Then the other teams also will be dedicated with all the bylaws that we need to enforce in the city. So we have a plan moving forward. We are not going to stop, because once we stop, we've got a responsibility as a city to protect all the citizens of the city in Mangaung. We'll make sure that we protect them, because once we stop, we have realized you stop, you move, they come in, they do the same thing. So these operations, we are planning to have them almost every Friday. That's what we are going to have. Our teams must move around the city, making sure that there's compliance in the bylaws of the city. Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. That was the MMC for Public Safety here in the Mangaung Metro, just talking to us about this environmental health safety operation that they are having in the city here today. They are also going to be monitoring traffic, as it was explained to me earlier today. But as you've heard it, the operation continues, and they are taking out all the illicit products. And of course, as the MMC has said, that they will continue to do these kinds of operations throughout with the plan that they have as the city.